YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy T, back at it again with another episode of Talking with T. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about why it's so important to remember why you started, what you're working towards. So without further ado, let's dive right into the video, man. Remember why you started. There's so many trials and tribulations along the journey, right? Along the journey of chasing down your goal, chasing down your dreams, trying to get your degree, trying to get your career. There's so many trials and tribulations, even when you're in your career. Remember why you started. This is where it ultimately comes down to, because there's going to be a lot of days where you're at work or you're sitting at the office or you're trying to grow your business and trying to buy this land and property, and you're going to ask yourself, is this even worth it? Is this really what I want to do? It shouldn't even come back to, is this what I want to do? Is this what's going to help me better my situation? Is this going to help me become the best version of myself? Because oftentimes the things that you don't want to do are going to make you the best version of yourself. There's so many times where I don't want to work out. There's so many times where I don't want to go for a run. There's so many times where I don't want to read, right? You're going to have all these moments, and then oftentimes you got to look back and remember why you started, or remember what's your why. That's the whole point of this video. Remember why you started. So it was so awesome for me to go back and check out my first ever YouTube video on this channel. It's called Welcome to Talking with T. And man, I am so bad in that video. My hair is long. I look completely younger. I'm a lot more confident on my YouTube channel now than I was at the time. But that's why it's so important to go back and look back. You can see the growth that you made. That's so important, because a lot of the times we get so lost in our journey. We get lost in the sauce of growing a YouTube channel or working on a goal, chasing down a dream, that we don't think we're making any progress. See, the same within the gym. You start one day and then you look back 3 months from when you started. You might not see the biggest results, but you changed a little bit. Sometimes you got to look back and smell the roses and see how far you've come, because that's going to keep you motivated. That's going to keep you going to keep trying to get to that dream. That means you're making progress towards it, and that's going to pump you up. You got to fall in love with the journey, fall in love with the process, because the more you fall in love with the journey and the process, that's what's going to make you sweet, and that's what's going to make you want to get to that goal even better. And when I was looking at my channel, when I was looking at that first video, I was saying the same things that I say in this video, and I just couldn't imagine looking at that kid, a 20-year-old kid. I'm 23 now. I'm still a 23-year-old kid. I'm still young. I'm not getting any older. I'm still a 20 at heart, right? So I'm gonna go look back at that kid. I couldn't imagine looking at myself telling him 3 years later, dude, you're just gonna give up because your older self wasn't seeing anything, felt lost in motivation, and that punk 20-year-old would look at him and be like, you're soft. You're like, you should never give up on yourself. You got to remember why did you start doing this? Because look at the alternative, right? If you give up on what you're working towards, if you give up on your dreams, if you give up on any of these things, look at the alternative. You're going to have to do something that you're more than likely not going to want to do, and you're just going to keep looking at it, and you're going to be there all day, and you're going to be like, man, if I just didn't give up, because you never know. The next day could be your next opportunity to grow, to blossom, for you to become something. That's what the whole point is. You want to become something. Your soul wants you to be born. You're called here to do something, and you should strive every single day to go find what that is. That's what's going to give you life. That's what's going to give you motivation. And you can't do that when you give up, because you're not seeing the progress. You aren't seeing the progress. You got to look back every 3 months. You got to look back every 6 months and be like, geez, man, I've done a lot in the last 6 months. And it might not seem like you've done a lot, because a lot of us are so self-critical. A lot of us are so hard on ourselves. So when we make a mistake, we're like, man, that person didn't make that mistake. That's your number one problem right there. This is your journey. Start learning from your mistakes. And once you start learning from your mistakes, you're going to be like, all right, no, next time I just got to go this way instead of going that way. It's all a learning process, man. You learn, you get better. And the more you get better, the more you're moving towards your dreams, the more you're moving towards your goals, and moving towards your aspirations. That's all it's about. And that's why it's so exciting. It seems like everything goes fast, and all the bad days that you have. Remember all the good times that you've had? You've had some good times and you've had some bad times. You know what's so motivating about it? The future is unknown. There's going to be a lot more good times out there. There's going to be a lot more sometimes where you're struggling a bit of it. But that's why it's life. That's why it should pump you up, man. It's Monday. It's time to get after it. It's time to chase down your dreams. It's time to chase down your goals. It's time to chase down your aspirations. Because what the hell else are you going to do? Really, ask yourself that. What the hell else are you going to do than sit around or then chase down your goals. Sit around, cry, and be like, man, I could have been something. That's not a fun alternative. I'm telling you that right now. It's your boy T signing out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.